If holding your hand out to hail that cab is just a little too much for you, then Uber might be the answer. It's a smartphone app that with a touch of a button gets a taxi for you. It recently launched in Seoul, its latest Asian megacity, rising from its roots in San Francisco 3 years ago. The Wall Street Journal's Deborah has this Digits exclusive with Uber CEO Travis Kalanick.
Be at a restaurant, you're maybe paying for the check, you push a button on a phone on your app, on the Uber app, and an S-Class rolls up minutes later, and the friends that you're having dinner with are like, wait, how did that just happen? That's how it got started. And when we first got started, it was for me, my co-founder, and our 100 friends. You could get the app in the App Store, but you needed a special code to use the app. And only my friends had that app, or had the code. And so pretty soon we just opened it up, and it was off to the races since then.
Take me a little bit through the business model behind this, because I imagine, to get something right, you have to tweak it a bit. And tell me about, where it started and where it's at now.
We work with the transportation providers in a city and connect people who need a ride in that city, the citizens of the city, to those transportation providers. And so we take a booking fee, essentially, for connecting the two, but the transportation providers do what they do best.
Is an Uber driver in New York making more than a New York City cab driver?
Oh, definitely. Probably 2 or 3 times as much. And one guy here in SF that's gone from 1 car to 24. Each of those cars grossing $100,000 a year. And so that's a big deal for these guys.
I can imagine that in a lot of cities, people would consider you a disruptive innovation that's hurt their business. I know regulation's been a problem for Uber in certain cities, Los Angeles, New York. So how do you deal with that? I mean, that must come up quite a bit.
The taxi industry has typically protected itself by lobbying city governments to outlaw competition. It'd be like a French restaurant saying, going to city council and saying Italian restaurants are not allowed to exist. That's the kind of stuff we see. So then regulations that basically say Uber can't exist are attempted. And what we do is we go to our user base, our customer base, and say, look, this is what they're trying to do. Let your voice be heard. Tell the mayor, tell the city council. And those things have almost unilaterally in every single case have just never come to fruition.
Are we going to see any diversification away from just the straight driver model? What else are you thinking about?
Well, we're in the business of delivering cars, right? You push a button, we deliver a car to you. And we're delivering it, like, let's say in San Francisco, our home city, our oldest city, it's 3 years old. The average delivery time of that car is 2.8 minutes. So we're delivering a car to you in under 3 minutes. But once you're delivering cars in under 3 minutes, there's a lot of things you can deliver in under 3 minutes. And so we look at what we're building as an urban logistics platform.
Tell me about plans for expansion, where we're seeing you now and where we can, see Uber in the future.
Sure. I mean, look, we've been in Singapore. We've launched in Singapore and doing quite well there. The growth is looking very good. In fact, growing far faster than even in our home city when it started. We've got a number of markets that have soft launched, ranging from Seoul to Taipei to a few other locations, and we're feeling really good about that expansion. So I'd say in the next 12 to 18 months, you can expect us in most of the major cities in Asia.
Mainland China?
We're working on that. Again, you got to really know what you're doing when you roll out there. But we're pretty excited about making that move.
Thanks very much, Travis Kalanick.
All right, thank you.